Hi there, and welcome to a very different kind of video, a preview, if you will. Soon, we're going to start what was the most epic of journeys that I've ever planned or embarked on. This journey is going to manifest itself into like 40 or more videos, which will last the rest of the year. So, rather than explaining 40 times what the journey was, I figured that you, and I, would appreciate just hearing it once. And then in the future, I can just refer back to this preview. So, before I tell you what's going to happen, first let me explain what is not going to happen and why. We can enjoy some clips of the journey as I talk about it. The fact that manufactured drama can be monetized is absolutely destroying content on the internet. Just my opinion, but I'm sure some of you would agree. I'm talking about both within the niche that I operate within, and every other niche that's out there. You all know exactly what I mean. Clickbait, dramatization of events, making a negative video out of a mundane experience, blowing a small situation out of proportion, etc. I hate it. Don't get me wrong, I can understand the excitement of a bit of drama every once in a while, but only if it's based on stuff that actually happened. Kinda the way that I at least try to present negative videos to you. I'm not trying to take any moral high ground here. Things are what they are and people do what they need to do. But maybe because I am a former restaurant owner, my perception is a bit different. I understand the power that one negative TripAdvisor or Google or Yelp review, or in this case, YouTube video has. It is tangible power. It literally takes money out of the business's hand. It affects people. There are certainly times when it's warranted, but those are not the times that I'm speaking about. I see this happen with airlines in videos every single day. So I say this now because I feel like 100,000 subscribers is often an unfortunate turning point for channels. But I'm not going to go negative on purpose. I'm not going to chase clicks. I refuse to do it. My content will always stay the same, in the sense that it's my honest take, good, bad, or ugly. That does bring up the question, though, of what else can I do to stand out as a channel? What about my videos could be different, to make them more interesting without manufacturing drama for views? My idea was, take an actual journey, via air, that you can follow with some context and backstory along the way. And so, that's what we're going to do. This first ever journey of mine is tracing the Kangaroo Route, the original one. But it's a bit more than that, it's a lot more than that. Let's call it the Routes and Hubs Tour. I took 33 flights in 30 days, starting in Brisbane and ending in London, kinda. Along the way, I stopped in nearly all of the original Kangaroo Route or Double Sunrise Route cities, including Sydney, Darwin, Singapore, Kolkata, Colombo, Karachi, Cairo, Rome, and of course, London. But I wanted to do more than just that. You all know that I like a bit of history and storytelling in my trip reports. So in these videos coming up, that history section, so to speak, will split between the airline that I'm flying on and the city's airport that I'm flying from. In some cases, how that airport spurred growth in the city to begin with. Because honestly, sometimes the story or the function of that airport is even more interesting than some of the flights themselves. Let's be honest. So for a bit of juxtaposition, in addition to the original stops that I mentioned, I also stopped at many of the world's current or future transit hubs along the way. Kuala Lumpur, Bangkok, Delhi, Dubai, Doha, Riyadh, Abu Dhabi, Jeddah, Istanbul, to name a few. I wanted to contrast how the hubs of yesterday, hubs of convenience, differ from the hubs of today, hubs of amenities. And thrown in for a bit of variety and perhaps my own sanity were a few other destinations as well. Adelaide, Bali, Kathmandu, Chennai, Lahore, Dublin, Vienna, and more. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds like a lot of flight content. Well, don't worry, I've got you covered there too. Sprinkled throughout this series are 12 resort videos, mostly from Southeast Asia, including brands like Langham, Park Hyatt, Waldorf Astoria, Banyan Tree, Intercontinental, Ritz-Carlton, Andaz, and quite a few more. Let me be frank though, I know that there's a fine line between an entertaining trip report and a history lecture. So I'll be giving context and tidbits rather than diving into the deep end. There are other channels for that. Here, we're going to keep it light. So, we've got 26 airlines on this trip, 14 business class flights, and 19 in economy. It'll be diverse, it'll be new, and hopefully it'll be entertaining content to watch. If it's clear that y'all like a series like this, then I have lots of other ideas for the future, and I'm holding on to 1 month specifically next year to do something possibly similar. I should also mention that this idea in general was inspired by some ideas that I got on my viewer survey back in August of 2023. So I assure you, I read everything and they really do matter. So the next video is going to be on Scoot in Scootplus down to Melbourne. Then we'll have a business class flight up to Brisbane on Virgin Australia, and that's where this series will begin. Kind of sad that the actual flight leaving Sydney is on Rex, which just declared bankruptcy, but honestly, I think it sets up that video for a great conversation about the state of aviation in Australia right now. Because something down there's gotta change. So, thanks very much for watching. As always, if you have any questions about the series or whatever, leave them in the comments. I'll see you on Saturday.